What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're checking out the brand new tournament hip quiver that was just put out by Marsupial Gear here in 2024. Now, Marsupial is known for making super high-end products. All of their stuff is 100% USA made, and also comes with a lifetime warranty protecting you from any type of failures or manufacturer defects. Now, in this video, we're going to break this quiver down. We'll talk about the specs, the features, the different color options, and then also the price point, just so you guys have a really good understanding of what you can expect if this is something that you're looking at purchasing here in 2024. Now, one thing that Marsupial did, and they did really well, is they definitely over-engineered this thing. This is going to be a very durable quiver. It does a really good job at maintaining its structure. So if you're looking at something that is not going to collapse on itself or is not a flimsy quiver, then this is definitely going to be one that you want to check out. They did go with 1000D Kedora fabric, which is a heavier weight material, and then they also wrap the outer edges with a nylon webbing, adding to that rigidity and the durability. You can see that the layout is very simplistic. It's not going to give you a ton of options to attach additional pockets or accessories. Now, that may be something that people like. It may be something that people don't like. Personally, I do prefer a quiver that does give you the ability to run additional pockets, because obviously it does increase the overall storage capacity and then also allows you to just better organize your gear. But with their layout, you can see that they did go with a stretch front pocket, which is a fabric that they tend to use on a lot of different products that they do offer. So it has been tested, it is durable, and what I like about that stretch material is it does give you the ability to store a little bit more gear than expected, and then it just also makes it very easy to get that gear out. That pocket is going to be great for scorecards, cell phones, spare release, sunglasses, reader glasses, any other small miscellaneous gear that you want to put in there. Now, you can see that there is a small front zipper pocket, but one thing that I do want to point out is, being that this quiver is very rigid, it is a structured quiver, it is a little difficult to get your hand in there. So you're really going to be limited to smaller items. Personally, that'd be a great spot to put your wallet or your keys, just to ensure that you don't lose them while you're out shooting a 3D course. And then you can see that they do offer a larger zipper pocket. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that pocket does not have any organizational compartments in there, so whatever you put in there is just going to be loose. And then they also gave you two pencil holders on both ends, and they also added a nylon loop to the side, which is going to be a great spot for you to hook an arrow puller or arrow lube. Now, there's also a large dump pocket, but again, due to the rigidity and structure that this quiver maintains, you are going to be pretty limited on what you put in there, because it does run the full length of the quiver, but it's difficult to get your hand all the way to the bottom. And that was really designed just for a spot to be able to carry a bow stand. Now, when talking about the arrow compartment, there are separators in there, which is nice, so you'll be able to organize your arrows. And then they did also include a nylon webbing up at the top, which is awesome, because you can throw the bulk of your arrows in there. It'll keep them from bouncing around and rattling around as you're transitioning through the 3D course. And then obviously you will be able to store a couple loose ones, which will be your primary arrows. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is, if you're putting arrows in the very back compartment, you're not really able to put them in on an angle, so they're going to ride vertical, which for me is not how I like to personally carry my arrows, because I do feel like they kind of get in the way a little bit. I would have liked to see the quiver maybe extended out a little bit more, just so you could still slide those in on an angle. But overall, I think they did a really good job. Now, what's unique about the quiver is you have two different attachment methods. You can utilize it on the rigid belt, or you can also attach this to anything that is MOLLE compatible. So like I said, they do give you some options with this. Now, as far as the belt goes, it is a very rigid belt. It's coming in at about 1.5 inches in width, and they did go with a Duraflex buckle, which is definitely high end. The belt is going to be available in a small or a large, and attaching it to the quiver is pretty easy. There is a belt channel on the back that it just slides into. Now, keep in mind, this quiver does not Velcro to the belt, so it will have the ability to float freely. But in my testing, I didn't have any issues with this thing shifting around. Now, when talking about the dump pouch, this is probably what I'm most excited about. They did an excellent job on this. They're kind of pitching this as a multi-use product, so you can use it as a release pouch. You could also use it as a water bottle pouch, or you could use it as an accessory to a completely separate product. I definitely could see this being a great dump pouch for a saddle, or again, if you want wanted to add it to a lumbar pad on a backpack, you'll have the ability to, because they do provide gatekeepers with the quiver and the dump pouch. Now what's nice about it is if you are using this as a release pouch, it does have a fleece liner, so if you like to run multiple releases, it'll keep them separated so they're not banging against one another. And then obviously more pockets, and for me that's a huge thing because again, further organization, more storage capacity. You do have a small front zipper pocket, and then you also have two side stretch pockets, which we're all familiar with because they do utilize these on their bino harnesses. Great storage spot for Allen wrench or any type of aero lube. And the one thing that I do really like about this dump pouch is this very back fleece line pocket, which is going to be great for you to store your cell phone. I constantly keep score on an app when I'm shooting 3D, and I access my phone, or I'm pulling my phone out constantly to be able to keep score. If you guys are interested in what that app is, leave me a comment and I'll let you know. But this is going to attach to the belt the exact same way that the quiver does. There is a belt channel. It just slides in. Again, it is not going to Velcro to the belt, so it will have the ability to float freely. But you'll be able to position this in the front or in the small of your back. You really have endless options. Now, as far as the color options, it's going to be available in black, coyote brown, and then also their Ranger green. But I do want to kind of touch on the price point because this entire setup, and this is offered as a bundle, which does give you the ability to save a little bit of money. But this is definitely coming in at a little bit higher end. It's $240 for this full setup without shipping. Getting it shipped to my door ran me about $252. So like I said, comparatively to like the Kuiu quiver that we just reviewed, that was $150, or even the Kifaru setup for their complete deluxe package, you're looking at about $185, $200, where like I said, this is coming in at $240, so it is a little bit higher end. But it's kind of to be expected because again, it is a very structured, very rigid quiver, so it makes sense that there is a little bit of a cost increase. But overall, I think that this is an awesome option. I do like how they added the Velcro patch, giving you the ability to personalize your dump pouch or your quiver. For me, I would just leave it blank because I really like how they etched in the Marsupial logo. I think it was a really nice touch. But that's going to be it for this video. If you guys have any other questions, you know that you can leave me a comment below. You can always reach out to me directly on Instagram. I'm happy to help. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Your guys' support greatly helps us out, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.